Hello everyone, Ciantier here. Welcome to the Great Bay. I'm joined by my sister. I'm also sometimes known as Ben. Hi.
Hello.
And we're continuing Majora's Mask, which is where the Great Bay is.
And we just defeated Georg and the temple. So now it means Lulu's voice is back. Everyone's ready to do the rehearsal of the Indiegogo's performance.
Yeah.
So let's check this out. They're just waiting for the guitarist, which is you. Mikau, you came back safely. That's good.
Also, these drums are weird.
Are they alive? Are they corpses?
I don't know how they work.
Are
They look like eggs, or like baby Zoras.
I can see that. That would be really, really creepy, though. I was surprised when my voice turned that lonely island into a turtle. But that song you played for me, my mother used to sing it often long ago.
Her eggs heard it.
No. Don't think they're that kind of eggs. Those eggs were laid to remind me of that, which is really, imagine if you were the child, like one of those 7 children.
So did you spontaneously develop eggs in response to a memory of a song when you lost your voice?
I mean, maybe this is why it's subtext that Mikau is the parent of the father, because it's so weird.
Yeah.
That song was from when I was a very young child, so I had forgotten it. I've put you through some horrible experiences, Mikau.
Like death.
Yeah, that's what's so creepy or sad about all this stuff in Zora Hall and everything, is that no one knows Mikau is actually dead. But I'm all better now. We can be parents together. Well, the town's concert is very soon. Let's start our rehearsal. 1, 2, 3. The fairy joined the band.
Let's even know who the star is.
Oh, she knows who the star is. Let's talk to everyone else and see what they have to say.
Yeah.
And with that, we're all ready. I can't wait for the town's concert. Hey, Mikau. That song Evan wrote sounds just like the one we played at our jam session, doesn't it? Wink, wink. I'm glad I got this new song done in time for the concert. You did great, Mikau, even without any practice. You really are a musical genius. I guess being able to sing is a wonderful thing after all. Wait, after all? Were you thinking it wasn't a wonderful thing at some point? I'm very confused. Was there a hole down there that you can go into? No, it's just, it looked like one. It's just a weird ground. This is really, it feels very patchwork.
It's very shell-y.
It feels very patchwork to me. It's very interesting. It's very strange, like, texture, though. Anyway, I was deceived. I thought there was a hole, but it was just a funny texture.
That'll happen. Okay, let's go turn in some fairies.
Yes.
We put a lot of work into getting them, so it would be a shame to not
spent
turn them
an hour and a half in that. It wasn't all getting fairies, but
no,
that was
we decided, let's do a few random things at the start of this episode before we start the dungeon.
Oh, did we? I can't remember.
We did a couple things.
I have to rewatch the episode.
You'll be able to in several weeks.
Which, I mean, watch the episode. I haven't seen it, obviously, yet. We did this earlier today, and I don't even remember if we started the episode. I'll take your word for it. You're sure we didn't start it with, like, playing the song for Lulu or something?
I mean, we might have started. No, I think we started a little bit before that, I think.
Okay. I'll assume you're correct. We did more than one episode so far today, so...
Yeah.
I know we started today doing... more than just that, but I don't remember when the episode break was. All right, we actually found this earlier today when we were playing one of those other episodes. I don't know if that was the same cycle, though. It might have been the same cycle, or we might have to reopen the way with the blast mask. No, I think it's still blasted open, so we're good. Unless it's not that hole and it's a different hole, which it probably is, so never mind. Forget I said anything. But I feel like it's not always obvious where these fairy
Fountains are?
Fountains are, yeah. Like, I feel like Woodfall was in the same general area. right? It was the round purple swamp area that's called Woodfall, where the temple is. And the next one also. But like I feel like these last two, in Great Bay and Icana Canyon, that...
Why would you do that?
Cannonball. I feel like in these two locations, the fairy fountains are not necessarily that close to the temple. So maybe you have to do a little bit more exploring of the area in order to figure out, oh, that's where that is. Which is what happened to us, is that we were just kind of wandering around and like, oh, that's where the fairy fountain is.
Whatever, we'll just go over here.
Start all over again, huh?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm seeing weird shadows on the on the ground, and I don't know what would be causing them. Or maybe it's just weird textures again.
There's a lot of weird textures.
I can see your shadow.
Let's just say this is not trying to endear you to the concept of oceans.
I think it's more endearing to the concept of oceans than the 3DS remake where you can't swim properly. See, that dark patch there on the wall I thought was a cave entrance. But it's just a dark wall, I think. Oh yes, there's the Gwei that we told to go away, Gwei. Gwei being the raven enemy, if that wasn't clear, sorry. They really should have seagulls instead of Gweis. Like, they should just make the Gweis white or gray colored to make them look like seagulls.
Yeah, that would actually be a good idea.
All you have to do is change the color. Are they actually purple?
I'm not quite sure what color they are.
Their cry actually sounds a little bit like a seagull's. Alright, you sure you don't want to have your... Okay, yeah, that worked this time. Alright, and no, we do have to re-blast this open. So either it was a different time cycle that we opened it, or it resealed itself because we left and came back or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Are you going to be wearing your funny mask during this whole cutscene?
No.
Oh, you took it off, okay.
Okay, so what does this give me?
I think it's the Great Fairy Sword. But we said that's indigo for the indigo goes. Or the other way around. The indigos are indigo for the fairy. Whatever.
Yeah, she has a different, more wave-like swirl.
Yeah, so their eyebrows are all different, as we have been discovering. So
I think this might be double defense.
They do look like ocean waves, you're right. You think so? Well, we'll find out. Oh, courageous young one, I am the Great Fairy of Courage. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. As thanks, I shall lend you my strength. Let's see. Ooh, I think you're right. It is... Oh, you were right.
That's what courage gives you in Ocarina of Time as well.
Okay, so courage gives you double... So you're extra brave because you're extra strong.
Also, that is super welcome.
Yes. That'll be very nice. I'm glad you get that before... Because what you get in the last dungeon is like, you can't use it, basically, because it's like the end of the game. So having this earlier is definitely nice.
Yep.
Like the third instead of the fourth is nice. So your defense has been strengthened. Enemies now do half as much damage as before. Come see me whenever you are overcome by weariness. So definitely I would say the double magic and double defense are the most useful. Well, and magic flat out from the beginning.
The big spin attack is nice. The Great Fairy Sword is really strong, which is why I'm also not surprised it's the last one.
But you also don't really use it because it's an A button, not a B button sword, which is kind of weird.
C button, but yes, I get what you're meaning.
Yeah, sorry, I said A. Yeah, you C button. It's one of the applicable items. Applicable can be chosen to be on the C stick buttons. I know what I mean.
Yes, you do.
And no one else. It's one of the ones that you choose to put on the...
Like that.
Yeah, like it's one of those ones. One of those items. Which is a little weird for your sword.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's like a Deku stick.
Yeah. That's true, I guess. But I feel like you haven't traditionally used it very much. How does that compare to the Gilded Sword?
I think it's stronger. Mm-hmm. It's two-handed. It's kind of more of a Big Goron sort of equivalent. There is a mini game you can do over this way for like a heart piece or something with a lot of jumping that I don't want to do because I want to try to get this done today.
They do have seagulls. See? They do have seagulls. I just saw them because they're swirling above Mikau's grave.
Yeah. Yep. But it's not a particularly exciting minigame, so...
Yeah.
So I guess, is town the best way to get to where we're trying to go?
I guess we went Epona. It's going to be east of us, and we're west, so...
Yeah.
We are going to go to the Icana Graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
I I feel like every time we come back to Clocktown, it's day 2. I swear, the last few episodes, every time, it has been day 2. And raining.
Yep.
Yeah, I wonder, because it was not... I'm pretty sure it rains in Southern Swamp on day 2. And stop right there. It's dangerous. No children. You have a sword. I guess you're actually an adult. Stone Tower's this way. So, yeah, so it's not raining out here, though. That's interesting. So is it just like a localized cloud over Clocktown? Or is it raining in other places? Hello, Epona.
That happened last time I came through here.
The bomb shoe came for you?
And I bounced it with a shield.
I really like these statues. Do you want to talk about one of these statues really fast? Or no?
One of those pillars?
Yes, one of the pillars. I want to stare at a pillar for a little bit. You have to get it at an angle. That's the butt. No, look at the other side. They have front sides, you know. All right, so if you see... Oh, no, you're going to be attacked. If you come at it at an angle, you can see it's like got the eyes and the nose and the mouth and like the hands and the feet, and there's like a little Triforce at the bottom. Mm-hmm. I think they're really interesting looking, and the... are you able to climb them? I feel like you can do a weird climbing thing with them.
Maybe?
Like you can walk up them or something. Am I misremembering things? And that one's a fallen one. But I think they're really cool. I think they're an interesting design, and the fact that they're on the diagonal is kind of interesting too. But we'll see more similar looking. That's the way you want to go, is to the left there. But I feel like I kind of agree right ahead. See, I feel like there are similar looking architecture, if that's the right word, architecture, when they're pillars, that we will be seeing in Icana Canyon as well.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's take a look at the graveyard. There's the moon, in case you forgot that existed. Icana Graveyard. And the music is bats, crows, and wind.
Oh, hi, Dampe.
The slowest person to ever walk in a video game. There are a lot of bats out today. I don't like bats. I wish they'd go away. I believe if you kill the bats...
There are significantly fewer bat enemies in this game.
And they're not called keys, they're called bad bats. Yeah, there were I asked you what you thought was the soul of a brave soldier from Icana Rescue. I asked you what you thought was like the bad guy that was the most common bad guy in Ocarina of Time, and you thought it was Keese.
Is there anything in here?
You can only enter it from, on the third night, you can enter it, like, from the gravestone. Because it's in his basement, which is kind of weird. Dampe's basement. I believe if you kill all of the bats here, you can get money from Dampe. But you have to read the inscription. Read the inscription! Ye who awaken me, battle me. Then shall I extinguish the furious flame. I feel like we had difficulty with this when we were kids, figuring out what to do.
Probably.
But yeah, there really haven't been as many keys.
I accidentally played Goron Lullaby, put him back to sleep.
There haven't been as many keys in this game.
I like that you use Sonata of Awakening as a general.
Yeah, we've done that twice now. I believe they changed this some in the 3DS version to make it easier, quote unquote. But it just kind of made it like too easy or something. I don't remember. You have to fight him, I think, then. No? Just beat him. I guess you just beat him.
Beat him to the end of the race.
I think you might be right. Well, we'll find out. He has to extinguish the furious flame. I think you have to attack him. Fortunately, he wasn't continuing the race after you incited him. I think you have to like beat him and then, because he has to take the flame out. Yeah, so I think you have to beat him before he gets to the end. Wait! Actually, what voice should I do? Wait! It is my loss. He's really big, his deep voice.
Yeah.
Sheathe your weapon. I commanded the Icana army of Icana Kingdom atop the hill. I am called Skull Keeta. Is Skull a title or his name? Since being shamed by loss in a battle within my kingdom.
He's huge.
He's very big. I have waited here for one to come and awaken my soul. I think it's cute that you talk to him up here since he's so big. Young swordsman who has awakened and deftly defeated me. I shall rely on your power to fulfill my request. I ask you to take my soul, which rests in the fiercely burning flame, and convey my words to my men, who even in death remain loyal to me. Tell them the war has ended. Something so poignant about that to me. Then I shall be able to drift quietly into sleep. Captain, sir! May I take leave, sir? Yes, sir! Just the respect that Link is showing him when that.
Mm-hmm.
And the love for his soldiers where he's like, tell them the war is over. They can stop fighting, you know?
Yeah.
There's something really poignant about that. Speaking of things in different contexts, in Ocarina of Time, the Lens of Truth, which you just were brushing over, I noticed in the menu screen, is really associated with, like, the temple that involves ghosts, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
The Shadow Temple and stuff. Whereas that is not the case here.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's kind of an interesting thing. So, we have another mask.
The captain's hat.
The captain's hat, according, if you talk to the Happy Mask salesman wearing it, he tells you the captain's hat shows respect and allegiance. The ghosts of a hundred soldiers swear allegiance to this symbol of authority. But yeah, it is interesting that I think you're right that the Keese or bad bats do not show up as much in this game. What do you think is the ubiquitous enemy of this game, since it's not Keese as much? Choose?
Choose, maybe?
Certainly that's the bad guy that shows up in Termina Field. I believe if you kill all the bats, though, Dampé gives you money, because he hates them, and they annoy him. But yeah,
I shot the lantern and got 3 rupees.
Nice. But yeah, I think that this area, the graveyard here, does a good job of showing how the absence of music can be powerful.
Yeah, like, using music well is actually quite...
Because like I said as we entered, the music here is the crows and the... oh, it keeps doing it.
This is a different one.
Oh, okay. The crows and the wind.
Where is Dampé?
Doing his rounds somewhere. There's like kind of 2 sections of this, so maybe the other section. So yeah, so that wind, I mentioned when we had a similar wind on the mountain, it felt really cold, and here it feels cold but in a different way. Not like it's freezing cold, but like it's emotionally or spiritually cold.
It feels desolate.
Desolate, that's the word I want. It feels desolate. Was it you who chased those bats away? That's a big help. It isn't much, but here's 30 rupees for your trouble. Take it. All the graves here belong to the family members of the king of Icana Castle, a place that lies beyond the mountains. Even nowadays, the ghosts come out at night. It is a frightening graveyard. Okay, thanks. At least the big giant ghost is gone. Does that mean that the soldiers were all related to the king? A piece that heals the wounded soul rests here. When one who possesses eyes, so we do have the Lens of Truth some, but can see the truth, possesses eyes that can see the truth arrives, the peace far below shall awaken. That might actually be tonight. Oh, not that one, the Lens of Truth. I can see why you'd think this, though.
I like it as a solution.
Hey, if you want, we can do the doggy racetrack.
We can.
No, Okay, so to refresh your memory, you come here at night and there are skull children circling a grave, and you wear captain's hat and tell them to open the grave, and then you can go inside.
Is that the damping minigame though?
There are 3 different nights and 3 different graves. On I think the first night, and my guess is the first night you do it, you get the Song of Storm. Second night, you get the piece of heart from that grave. And the third night is Dampé's minigame.
I see. Which
is really annoying because Dampé is such a slow walker.
Yes.
You get a bottle for doing that, though. And that is also, it's in his basement, which is why he's down there. So you can go up to his room and see his cottage, I think, if you do that. What are you doing in a place like this? I have questions about this person.
Yeah.
Ikana Hill beyond here is the place where spirits with troubles and lingering regrets wander. I think when he shows up in Ocarina of Time, he has like a Triforce or some kind of symbol that they removed for this version, but I'm not sure about that. But he's very... Question mark. I have a lot of questions about this.
It's very strange.
Even now, the spirits wander in search of one who can save them. It is unfortunate, but it is no place for one such as you. But if you must enter, then you must obtain the mask containing wandering spirits that can be found near the ranch. Without that mask, you cannot save their souls. Until then, I will not let you pass by here. Hee hee hee. Yee hee hee, that's a nice mask you're wearing. That is the mask of the leader. So maybe this is why they changed it. In the 3DS remake, your mask is not just the generic Garrow's mask that we have right here. It's the one for the king of the Garrow, which I think you fight in the Stone Tower Temple and stuff like that. And it's a very different look. It's like purple and gold and stuff. This might be why they changed it.
That could be.
Because it says that. That is the mask of the leader of the ninjas who once spied on the hilltop castle with the blood-stained history. With that, you may be able to call out their spirits that even now are still wandering. Perhaps you may be able to save the souls that wander beyond here. And then poof, he vanishes. But saying things like that of the castle with the bloodstained history, it makes you ask a lot of questions. And it does...
These weird Geodudes, though.
They smell like gunpowder. That's a Nagiron. Don't get too close to it. It smells like gunpowder. Yeah, they look like a weird Goron or a weird Pokemon or something. And apparently, you are running into them a lot. Oh, and they roll. These are like incorrectly formed Gorons or something.
Yeah.
Wow, you're really... good you got double defense, that's all I'm saying. Otherwise, you would be dead already. No. They're making weird grunting noises, too. But, I feel like... Icana Canyon, Icana Kingdom, what have you... does... Oh, there's Takon. Does a good job of the implying depth. Hey, that's a nice sword you have. You know, lately frightening ghosts have been appearing in swarms in Icana Village across the river. Village? There's like one house. It seems they're the ghosts of Icana's royal family or something. There's no one living there anymore, so I moved nearby. Now there's only a curious parent and child living there while they research the ghosts. Did I mention that is one nice sword? Can I see it for a second? No. Oh, fine. If you give it to him, I assume you can buy it back at the Curiosity Shop sometime, right? I've never given it to him, because why would I give it to him? But yeah, like... Sometimes if you make everything explicit, like all the subtext is explicitly text. Beware of Octoroks.
Kind of butte.
Ah, yes. I kind of butte. I thought it said buttle for a second. I'm like, what's a buttle? But there's no L. But can't hit him now. Whoop.
This game has a real problem with
overjumping?
Jumping wonky.
Uh-huh. But sometimes we make everything explicit, where there's all the subtext is text. You explain everyone's backstory, whatever. It feels really shallow because of that.
Yeah, you kind of want to leave mystery.
Yeah, and so the way, like, I feel like they do a good job of, like, implying depth and making you want to know more, like, what is the backstory of Icana Canyon and this kingdom with a bloodstained history, and, like, what on earth happened? Like, it feels like it leads with a lot of questions. That they're probably, I mean, I don't know what development process they went into with making this game, if they were thinking about things that they, you know, planned out a backstory they didn't actually put in the game, kind of thing. Like Dark Souls or something kind of is indicated that it did, versus like they didn't write anything and just like wrote random lines. But it implies depth, whether that depth is actually there or not. It implies a depth that the audience, the viewer, the player, whatever, can.
Now you said this drops you off somewhere.
Imply. Yeah, if you just keep going. That's upstream, I think, Ben.
I don't want to see where this goes.
Okay, it goes to the secret shrine under the waterfall.
Oh yeah, there's a whole thing down there.
Yes, but I think you have to. I don't know if you can do it until after you've defeated the. You can try. You can see if you can do it before you defeat the, thing. You might be able to.
I mean, I don't want to do it now.
Oh, okay. Well, you can at least look at it.
Okay. Well, let's go the other way.
You didn't want to go behind the waterfall, huh?
Nah, not yet.
Okay. Yeah. This will drop you off in the south.
I wanted to get that owl statue though while we were in the
that
area.
makes sense. But I think
because at this point we want to go back in time, yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes I think so. Sometimes less is more, with implying things rather than just like, stating things. Because then, see?
Yeah.
So
cool.
Isn't that fun? It can because then the consumer, I guess I'll use, of the media can bring their own things and their own ideas of what could be there and put depth into it.
Yeah, it's leaving that room for speculation because in real life we don't know things a lot of the time. Like we have statements about stuff, but we don't know it. Right? If that makes sense. Like I have statements about what you're thinking at any given moment or whatever, if you want to tell me, or things like that. I have things that I'm trying to infer what's going on, but I don't know.
Or about history.
Yeah, there's a lot about history that's messy too. So like, and it's not taught that way in elementary school, at least here in the United States when I was going through it, or, you know, public school, whatever. But there's a lot about things that is really messy and speculative and where we don't really know. And so having stuff that spells it out is kind of not true to life, but also just like leaving that room for speculation allows for people to engage with it much more deeply and it's a lot more interesting. It gives a hook for people to think about.
Yeah.
And if you spell everything out, then you remove that hook.
Yeah, they don't, like, there's nothing to engage with because it's already all there.
Okay, time for some songs. That's everything we need to do in this cycle, I think.
I believe so. Unless we want to do things we already, like, if we wanted to do with Pamela or something, I don't know.
I don't know that we do.
We can't do all that actually quite yet, probably, because we can't do the Farewell to Gibdos.
Goodbye, all of my bombs and arrows.
Farewell. Do you want to do the Oceanside Spiderhouse?
That was my general plan.
All right.
I was going to slow down time.
Yes. And the goal... The quickest way to the canyon is through the east gate.
She is wrong.
Because we can teleport there, though.
Because the fastest way there is the teleporting.
She would be correct otherwise.
She would be correct otherwise, yes.
So, Oceanside Spiderhouse.
They really do try to make sure you know where to go, though.
Yes, they do. Like, I get people saying the game is hard in things like we got lost in the dungeon or something.
So,
but saying it's hard in that I didn't know what to do during like the first day.
Let's see. So we want to also try to save the old lady.
Yeah, but we'd have to finish the
Spiderhouse first.
Spiderhouse. So the Spiderhouse, the reason to the Spiderhouse is to get the Giant's wallet, the 500 rupee wallet.
Apparently, you need to do that day one.
If you don't do it day one, he gives you like money or something. He doesn't give you the wallet. I think we actually had that happen to us once, where we finished it at like, you know, like 7 a.m. on day 2, and then it's like, oh, so frustrating. But yeah, you have to do it finish it on day 1 in order to get the prize. So hopefully, if we can do it quickly enough, we can go back at 12:30 a.m. and save the bomb shop lady from Sakon, because if Sakon does not go to the Curiosity Shop to sell the bomb bag, then the Curiosity Shop owner, in order to sell something, he will offer for sale the all-night mask, which is 500 rupees, so you have to have the big wallet to do that. So we are going to see if we can do that in time. We'll see how it goes. There were a lot of squelchers that we just skated right past there. Wow, it's really dark in here.
Yes, very.
What you need is arrows. Good. All right. I think you have to. I think you have to use the hook shot.
On the other side of this.
What's the what?
Okay, hang on. I can't see diddly squat. In here.
I think you have to use the hook shot to get past the gate, though. But.
Yes, I seem to recall that. But
Uh-huh.
not seeing what I hook shot onto.
I don't either, because... Oh, wait. There it is.
There
We were looking too high. It wasn't on the ceiling. It was on the wall. All right, maybe we can get the right angle for some of these spiders now.
Oh, that's right, because the guy shows up.
Yeah, he's not here yet. He enters and is like, holy cow, this is an awesome house. Could you give it to me? I'll give you this instead, you know. So he doesn't show up to it, and you're trying to talk to him. Yeah, it's not like the Swamp Spider house where the guy's already there. And I'm guessing there are 30 in this one as well, but I'm going to check the guide that says how many spiders are in
Holy
it.
crud, I cannot see.
I want to start some torches. There might be things that are behind the masks on the wall if you need to, like, I don't know, roll into the wall to thump it or something. I'm not sure. I meant like roll into the wall to thump it. I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I've played this, if you might recall. But yeah, like I mentioned Icana Canyon is a great place for having a lot of implied depth with some of the, like the way you've got the Garo everywhere that are like, you know, we were fighting against these people, and there's just a lot of questions that are raised by mentions they make of some kind of war they had and stuff, and it leaves you kind of curious. Okay, was it hitting the wall that did that?
It was in a pot.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Let me see how many. Does it say? I think it's 30 again. Yeah. Yeah, there are 30 in here. Okay. But also like some of the culture, should I say, of Clocktown and just in general, where they talk about like the importance of masks and have all these ceremonies that involve masks, and like the wedding mask and the Carnival of Time involving masks. Like I feel like there's some kind of reverence, if that's the right word, for masks, where they're almost like a religious aspect to them or something.
Yeah.
They're
deeply ingrained in their culture. Yeah,
and Romani is at one point like, you know, do I get to have a mask like an adult does? And she probably means the Romani mask. But, you know, just it feels like there's this thing about masks. And like obviously we've seen like they have masks on the wall right here as a decoration, for example. So I feel like a lot of that is like it's not like spelled out for you. It's like you find a textbook that explains here's the history of how masks are important to our culture. But you more are observing it and things where it's kind of implied or whatever, and it's kind of interesting, I think, to see some of that kind of stuff. So.
Oh, they can only be in pots that don't have a top, I bet.
I think you might be right. So I think that makes it a little easier to guess which ones have things in them. But so I enjoy that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a game that
I like it too.
This is a game that it's kind of small in some ways, but I feel like it has some of that kind of implied.
Because like there's also like a sense of motivations, because it's very easy to like be like, oh, this is what their motives are, and just like spell it out. But sometimes that can also just make things feel really small.
Yeah. Wow, that's a weird angle you got there. How far into the wall is that?
It's a very... They need to patch that up.
I'll say. We had a hole in the wall in the shower that a millipede was like coming through or something. It was awful. So we got that all patched up. But
It was a centipede, but yes.
it was some millipede centipede. It was something like that. It was like an inch long or something.
It didn't belong
in the shower.
in the shower.
Yes. I was not happy to observe it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you're happier to observe it there than in the middle of your shower.
That's true. Well, I am very nearsighted, so I always check the shower for creepy crawlies before I get in, like while I'm still wearing my glasses.
Yeah.
To see if there are any things that should not be taking a shower with me.
You prefer to take your showers alone.
Yes. I also always check my bed for spiders or whatever before I get into it every single night, because like once or twice there's been a spider in my bed or like on my bed or something. So every single night I check just in case that happens.
I always check my bath towel before drying off. I give it a good hearty couple of shakes. Because one time there was a friggin' good-sized spider in there.
That like got on your body, right?
That I rubbed on myself.
That sounds awful.
It was awful. I don't recommend.
So we have paranoias about spiders and creepy crawlies apparently.
Holy crap, how are there still more in this danged place?
We live in an area where there are a lot of spiders, which in some ways is good because like it means there are fewer flying insects. Like you can eat outside and not be like covered in flies and bugs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And mosquitoes. So in some ways that's really nice because there are less of those, like fewer of those flying insects and stuff. But it also means there are a lot of spiders. So there's kind of a compromise you have to make. I have given up making sure there are no spiders in the bathroom because it's in the basement as well. So it's like the ground floor or whatever. So there are more spiders there than like any other room in the house. And I have given up ensuring that there are no spiders in that bathroom. And
I have no idea where this thing
you are on the wall
Let's
over you're in the wall over the mirror by the sink. You live and let live. You do you. You're not on my towel. You're not in the shower with me.
Oh.
You know, you can just do whatever you want, little spider. Eat those bugs because I don't want them either. So, and there's the captain's hat. Let's see what they say for themselves. Huh? Ah, Captain, sir. It's been a long time since we've seen you. As you have ordered, sir, we are investigating the secrets of this place. According to the information I have obtained, it seems red should be shot second.
Sure, that'll work.
I had to find a piece of paper to write this down on. Alright, red is number 2. This is like 23 is number 1, right? Have I fulfilled my duties, sir?
Yes.
Ah, thank you, sir. I hope the information I have provided will be of assistance to you, sir. Now, as you ordered, sir, I will finish the last of my duties. Yes, sir. Apparently his last duty was to explode. Or implode or something. Huh? Ah, Captain, sir! It's been a long time since we've seen you. As you've ordered, sir, we are investigating the secrets of this place. Blue should be shot fourth. Let me write this down. I'm writing with... My right hand is... I'm right-handed. My right hand is preoccupied with holding a microphone. So I'm writing with my left hand. Thank you, sir. Farewell. Yes, sir.
Ooh, bombs.
Oh, bombs. We'll have to eat you. Well, not eat. You know what I mean.
Pick up.
Pick you up. Huh? Captain, sir! It's been a long time. Alright, let's see. Yellow is third. 3 is yellow. Green will be number 1 then. Yes, sir. 1, I'm assuming I can already say is green. Captain, sir, it's been a long time. Secrets of the place. Green is 5th. Ah! Okay. 5 is green. Yes, you have. Unless anyone wants to tell me what number 1 is. So are there 5 masks then? I thought there were 4. Which one goes first? Okay.
Green.
Red. Yellow. Blue. And I guess green again. Now what?
Well, it's not blue. Now I need more arrows.
Oh, Oh, the Skull Kids. That's funny. I think there are more Skull Children in the library, so
you're correct.
maybe they will tell us more. We do know that one was green, though, because it said yes to that.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now, and we'll see if we end up finding more Skull Children and if they have more clues for us.
Sounds good.
Also, I'm still trying to figure out why there are Skull Children on the walls. Because that's not even the Majora's Mask, it's the Skull Kid.
Maybe it's his house.
Maybe.
Maybe he had beachside property.
Yeah. Would you like to live in a house? I mean, if you removed all the spiders, would you like a house that like this? Like that's it's mostly underground, like except for that very first room.
I would want better lighting.
Well, that's a given. I said no spiders. Imagine it's got plumbing and no spiders, and electricity maybe.
I mean, it's not terrible in a lot of regards.
I saw oh holy cow! There's 3 in there, Ben. That calls for a heavy duty something to get that chandelier down.
Let's try a
Goron pound.
Thump.
Yeah. I saw a listing for a house in like Arizona or somewhere. Yep, that did it. That is like basically it's underground, kind of like
That makes sense in Arizona.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like in Star Wars, the the Lars homestead.
Oh yeah, that's
where
cool.
it's like there's a central courtyard that's like underground. Like underground level, but it's open up, right? It's a courtyard.
Yeah.
But like there's this courtyard that's like underground level, kind of like the Lars homestead on Tatooine, and then it's got like the house coming out from that,
good.
but it's all underground. So like you come up to the property and it's like there's like nothing there, but you have to like go in and it's all sunken underneath. So kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Where are they? How are there some more?
There's not another one around the top, is there?
There's one in a barrel. Did you get that one already?
I don't think so. Maybe I need to melt that web. Webs melt, right? That's how it works?
Not sure if melt's the right idea. Does it have no top on it? Because it's the one with no top, I think, right? I'm pretty sure.
Turns out it's really hard to see whether or not they have a top.
That good point.
There we go.
Let's see if the room is quiet now. Seems like it.
Yeah, I think we got everything from there.
Alright, yay. This room still has things though, the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a actual spider. They're all spiders. You know what I mean. Ooh, and there are black things. The shadows. I wonder what they're actually called.
Oh, I guess I could log on and check one time.
Yeah, too late now. Ooh, already 18 though. So you're over halfway. So that's making pretty good progress.
There was like 11 in the entry hall that I found, and there's at least one more there that I haven't.
I know, it's crazy. Let's see. Can you get up here? I'm trying to remember if you can get up, like actually stand up there. Probably not, but it feels like it should be possible, doesn't it? Can you pull some of those out? The ones that are differently colored. It makes me think of the Scooby-Doo kind of style of animation where the ones that can be touched and moved are going to be different from the background, so you can tell.
Yeah, I know.
But I think it's just some of them are like differently colored. Aha! I knew it. Some of them are differently colored and have like sculptures on them, the boxes. Wow, it's so dark. I cannot see anything. Ow. Yay! 19. It's almost 2/3. There's still more.
2/3 of the puzzle has been solved in the Spiderhouse. I don't know why. I always just think about those lines from Hexen, like 2/3 of the puzzle has been solved in the Shadow Wood or whatever.
I guess it was a formative thing when there's the weird ones that look like you should be able to move them. It was just a formative thing that you heard it, like whenever someone says greetings, right? Like greetings, mortal.
Greetings, mortal. Are you ready to die?
Yeah, that's immediately where your mind goes, right?
Yeah, I have a playthrough of Hexen on the channel if you want to go check it out. My stream VODs.
It was very nostalgic when I watched parts of it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but very nostalgic because that was one. Ooh, is that the last one? No, there's one more. There's always more. But you are now actually 2/3. So 2/3 of the puzzle has been solved. And we got a heart out of it.
No, that's useful.
That is useful. Well, those fire arrows.
Yeah, get rid of them webs.
Yep.
It sounds like it's over here somewhere.
I can never tell if how much the sound is actually like.
The sound is actually pretty positional in this game. People have played it blindfolded using the sound effects to position.
Really? I want to see that one. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, you can look them up. There's been blindfolded speedruns.
Wow, and like specifically Majora's Mask, or also like Ocarina of Time.
I've seen Ocarina of Time. I think people might have done Mario 64 blindfolded as well.
Wow, that's I mean, part of that is probably memorizing the layout. But part of it, you said, is by telling where the sound is, huh?
Yeah, well, for Ocarina of Time, I think somebody who was blind wanted to be able to play the game, and a like friend helped him like figure out how to do it like by himself without
Wow.
somebody doing things for him. So it's really impressive. Like things that help are like the super precise movement and stuff, but.
Mm-hmm. I think there's I don't know if you've done this yet. There's a box that you have to break as a Goron or something that has a skulltula in it in this room.
Okay, let's try that. Let's try going on a rampage. Going on a rampage. No, there's definitely a box over here.
And I think there might be some other, like, maybe other boxes or something, perhaps. I'm not sure.
It definitely sounds like there's something going on over here.
There might be one in, like, a crawl space or something, too. I'm not sure. If you got one in a crawl space already.
I got one behind those.
Yeah, there's one behind the canoes. And there's, like, a little place where you can crawl through.
I found it.
Yeah, there it is.
Ooh, more arrows.
Yay, and hearts. I just want a torch. That's all I want.
Yeah, my kingdom for Mask of Light.
I was gonna say all I want for Christmas is a torch.
Give me the Sunlight Maggot.
The Sunlight Maggot?
It's a hat in Dark Souls 1 that projects light around you.
Why is it called a maggot? A maggot is a baby fly.
Don't worry too much. I think, or maybe it's the Sunlight Parasite. I don't know. No, it's the Sunlight Maggot.
My question remains if it is called a parasite.
It's disgusting. Don't worry about it.
Okay, if you say so. I would still like to have something like that, I guess. So it looks really gross then, or what?
I mean, it looks like a friggin' dead bug with a glowy light coming out of it that you put on your head, so yes.
So it's a firefly.
No, it's more spidery.
Huh.
There's something else that we talked about, me showing you yesterday.
I know. On one of the other episodes, you said you'd show it to me after, and we didn't do it. We'll have to rewatch, and then you'll show me.
Yeah, I'll show you in like 5 weeks when I'm editing that far.
I saw the torch. I saw movement. It was just the torch. It was like, grr.
I wish I had a map of this danged place, because I don't remember.
Ben, there's a map right in front of me.
I mean, yeah, there is, but that doesn't tell me where I am on the thing without me like putting some time into it. I want a compass.
Ah, okay.
is more accurate. Where are they? What am I missing here? Because there's definitely one in this room, and I have to find it. This is like the main...
Yeah, the main room on 2 different... Are you on the first floor or the second floor?
Top floor.
Top floor.
Okay, well...
Well, so do the library
this
here.
this is the library.
There's a lot in this room. You can hear them going.
Yeah, you can.
Let's
I need
see.
my captaincy.
Yes, Captain. Huh? Ah, Captain, sir! Okay,
Red is 6th.
So let me write this down. So 6 is going to be red.
You have fulfilled your duties.
I don't know if there are only 6. Okay. I've written down red.
Because you have to move some of these around, if I remember correctly.
There are like 5 in this room.
By the way, we're going to be wrapping up after this.
Okay, and right now it's still 12
area.
p.m. So we're still good. 1 p.m. now.
Yes,
In terms of wanting to finish this in time to help the bomb shop lady. It's so dark.
It's so dark, guys. I cannot express enough just how impenetrably dark this is. I mean, you can probably see it in the video. I doubt gamma boosting the video will have done enough to make this not
really dark.
Really dark.
We should try booting up this game without the recording device going through it to see what it looks like. Because I don't think it was this dark when we played it as kids.
No, this device is like low brightness over saturation.
Yeah. Ah, there's a hole in the wall. Do you have to bomb it? There isn't a hole. You will make a hole in the wall. Or actually, there already is a hole. Never mind. Wow, somebody needs to come in here and like caulk.
Spackle.
Maybe
spackling the thing.
Maybe add some. What's it called? Maybe add some. Ah, there's another one. Maybe add some insulation or something. Oh. Okay, so talking to you. Captain, sir!
Investigating the secrets of the place. Green should be shot first, which I think you have already written down.
We inferred that.
I trialed and errored it.
On accident. Alright, so, it might just be the 6. So that... Ooh, we got bombs, though. So we might be able to do it with
then
them.
I have to climb up the dang thing again.
It wasn't that hard to climb up.
I know. It was a little hard to climb up.
Just because you're getting caught on books instead of bookcase. You can't climb books, you can climb bookcase.
Yeah.
I just want to shine a light in this room.
We need to check the teeth of the guy who wants to move in here.
The teeth?
I think he might be a vampire.
He gets to live in the dark.
No light.
He might do some renovation.
Dank.
He might do some renovations underground. No windows because it's underground. That'd be one thing. If you live underground, you wouldn't have windows.
You can have skylights.
That's true. You could have skylights.
No, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, you want to be across from that.
I find this game a little hard to control sometimes.
Alright. That's because of the camera controls, do you think, mostly?
It's in part lack of ability to control a camera. It's in part just something about the stick.
The controller.
I've talked about it before, but the control stick on the GameCube controller, the casing around it is notched. It's in octagonal ways, so that has benefits for doing like consistent, precise angles, or specific angles rather, but has the distinct downside of...
Move too much. There we go.
Also, if you're not...
Just 3 more, though.
...used to it, or whatever, it can be huge problems.
It's like 9/10, right? Is there another one around the eaves of the thing? Ah! Oh, you wanted to fall. Okay. There's an offshoot that's got 2. Did you get it in the offshoot room?
I don't think so. Do you have to like move a bookcase out of the way?
I think you might have to move a bookcase or something, yeah. Haha. Secret passages that don't go anywhere. So secret rooms, not secret passages.
Okay.
I think it's... Let's get the piece of heart, and I think it's just the one in the hallway.
Yeah, it's just the one in the main room. Somewhere.
All right, well, let's try getting the piece of heart, and then we will
Attempt to locate this.
try to find this one.
Silly goose.
So, what do you think of my handwriting when I'm writing with my left hand?
Legible, which is actually quite a high compliment.
Yay.
Is it over here?
I want the map in the lower corner, so I know where you are. No,
Nope.
this is not the room. The room in question is in the basement, so make sure you're in the bottom of the staircase.
I am.
Okay, must be the other room then.
Yes. That was also my conclusion.
All right. Oh, and they're back. So they didn't permanently destroy themselves. All right, green, red, yellow, blue, green,
And then red?
red.
I was expecting more of a grate raising noise there.
Yeah, it was like you solved the puzzle noise and the grate made no sound. It must be oiled. It's well oiled. You don't even know about the sculptula? It's protected by a hard something. That
Hard
looks
shell,
like
but stomach is soft.
Okay. You read fast because I'm trying to read out loud, so I'm not looking
Yeah.
ahead, and you can read silently more quickly. So it's weird though because I'm used to being the faster reader of the two of us.
Yeah.
So it's weird when it's like,
Ooh,
how did
another
you
heart
read ahead of
container.
me? Oh, goody. That worked out nicely.
We need more of those.
Yes.
There's
All right.
20 in the game. There's one more heart container, so you can get a sense of how many heart pieces there are left.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Yep.
We've been somewhat slower at getting those because we've been doing a lot of side stuff, but our prioritization has been masks.
We're not trying to get 100% hearts.
No, we're not.
So. All right. It sounds like it's upstairs. It sounds louder up here. So let me talk about, according to my guide over here, unless you don't want me to do this,
No, I'm fine
where
at this
the
point with that.
upstairs in this. So there are 4 of them that are upstairs in this room.
Okay.
One of them you need to get from a large vase that has a hole in its top.
I think I've gotten that.
When you burn the web, and then goes a Goron punch on the vase.
I feel like that sounds familiar.
One has a banister that blocks you from using the hook shot on a wall crawling sculpture, so you have to climb onto a box for a clear shot.
Okay, I... Probably?
It's above the staircase.
I definitely got something over here somewhere.
And then the last one is, it says, look up to find a sculpture scurrying around on a rafter. Bring it down with your hook shot.
I think this might be one of the lower ones.
So there are 2 in crates, and then there are, aha!
There it is.
Our nemesis. Woohoo! And it's just mid-afternoon, right?
Yes.
3:30.
Where is the exit from this place? Here it is.
This poor guide, the cover is completely detached from the rest of
Is
the
the
book.
person in here?
He's gonna be in the upper room, like where you enter. The part that looks normal.
Do I need a Goron roll out of this thing?
You might. I don't know how he's gonna live here. Maybe he's gonna just stay in the upper room and not go into the
Vampire
basement
turns
at all.
into bats, flies out.
Okay, you solved it.
Hi, you're a vampire.
I thought
Look
I heard
at the sides of his mouth.
Yeah, he's got the sideburns, and I mean, if his hair is black, but yeah, I think he could be a vampire. You're
Redheaded
right.
vampire.
He does have weird downturned edges of his mouth that could be like hidden fangs or something. I think you might be right. I thought I heard some loud noises inside, and I came in to check it out. Oh wait, he's a vampire. I thought I heard some loud noises inside, so I came inside to check it out.
You've got to talk with your fingers in your mouth like this.
This place, is this some sort of underground shelter? Oh, he wants a bomb shelter from the sun falling, or the moon falling.
Oh, that makes sense.
Did you find this place? I beg you, let me have this place. Not for free, of course. I hope this will do. He moved to Termina from Transylvania and then found out the moon was going to fall. I'm just glad it was something you needed. And something I like really fast. Notice the color of the rupee has changed.
Oh yeah.
So
to
when
red.
you have the like young child wallet or whatever, it's green, I think, and it's blue for the adult, and now it's red for the Giant's wallet. So I like that little feature. Anyhow, I won't be needing it much longer anyway. The wallet. He might think that it's going to... I had no idea this place was here. I'll be safe here for sure. I'm glad I found it early. Yeah, because I'm guessing he wants it as a bomb shelter where the bomb is the moon.
Yeah.
So this is his...
And he won't need it because he won't need to do commerce once the moon falls and destroys all of the merchants.
Except for him, yeah.
Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this particular episode for today. So thank you all very much for watching. Until next time, everyone. Take care and goodbye.
Bye.